What's going on, guys? Your boy King Red Diamonds, and I'm back for another one. Today, I'm going to be going over this game that was announced a while ago, and I was looking forward to it a lot. I cannot wait for it to drop. It's called Wolong Fallen Dynasty. It is a game developed by Team Ninja as well as Koei Tecmo, two of my favorite companies because those are the people who developed Neo. And I'm a humongous fan of Team Ninja. They also did the Dead or Alive series, Ninja Gaiden. So like I'm just, ecstatic about this game. But before we get into it, I ask that you guys please like, comment, and subscribe for this game. This is going to be a big one, guys. So I cannot wait to bring this game to you once it drops. I will definitely be on it day one. It drops in, I think, March 2023. So we have a while, but it's no problem. We're going to get ready for it and we're going to get into it. And I'm just going to talk about it a little bit, give you my thoughts, give you my feedback and everything while you guys can enjoy the gameplay in the background and stuff. So like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it. Wolong Fallen Dynasty. This game is pretty much an RPG based game. It's an action RPG, just like Dark Souls, just like Neo, like Sekiro, all those games, open world, all that stuff. The game is it is pretty much a combination and an amalgamation of all those games together. It takes elements from all those games. As I played it, I could feel. So as you can see at the bottom of the screen, that green bar obviously is my health bar, but below that it's a structure bar, just like what you have in Sekiro or what you have in Elden Ring and stuff like that. Like your posture. My bad. It's not structure. Posture. Excuse me. It's your posture bar. So like you gotta be careful of your posture. If it fills up to a certain degree the wrong way, then you'll be your guard will be broken and you'll be open to attacks and stuff. So definitely that's a good element to have because it keeps you on your toes. It makes you not just be able to spam your attacks and basically not just be able to block for forever. Like you actually have to be, you have to actually combine dodging and evading and deflecting as well as blocking into your combat. So that's actually a very good element that I did like because it makes you be more skillful in your play rather than you being able to just go around and destroy everyone around you. I also do like that the traversal is different in this game. You're allowed to jump. In Neo games, you cannot do that. There was no jumping in any Neo games. It was just strictly, you're running. You could climb ladders and stuff, but that was about it. On here, you can actually traverse like different types of levels of rock and stuff. You can climb rocks like just by jumping on it, and you'll do another vault up over top. It's really good. I love the traversal in this game. It's honestly very smooth and very fluid. It feels good to do. It's not clunky. It doesn't feel like it's like like it's stalled or basically too slow, or the animation doesn't seem like it doesn't fit well. It fits very well. It's very smooth in gameplay, and the transition from one area to the next is very, very good. The combat is awesome, honestly, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a fan of the series. I would always give my honest opinion on anything, no matter what. I do like the combat. Now, again, this is only the demo, so obviously it'll probably be improved upon more once the actual final product of the game comes out. But for now, how I felt when I played and how it looked to me when I played, the combat is amazing. I love it. There's so many different aspects to the combat. You have you can use your magic skills or your wizardry spells as you see. You can use the regular, weapon based, like the weapon based play and stuff like that. So it gives you a nice combination of different things to use to implement into your combat. They have a parry system. Obviously, you have a finisher system. Everything is so stylized and just like the way it's dramatic. Like it's like a dramatic finish whenever you finish off an enemy. Like the camera close up and pan out is amazing. I love it so much. Like again, it combines so many different elements from different games. So it's something that's going to take a while for me to really take a humongous deep dive. So this is pretty much just my raw take on the game. I haven't taken that big of a deep dive into it yet. I probably played the demo for maybe around an hour before I had to go do other things. But The demo says that is a limited time, so I'll try to hop back into it, get as much more information out of it as I can for you guys, so that I can bring it to you for anyone who's looking forward to the game. Seeing as though my channel was like mainly focused on Neo and stuff, I know a lot of you guys will probably be getting this game when it drops. So I'll definitely go back into a deep dive, take a look at all the like the leveling system and all that stuff, because I didn't really take too much of a deep dive. I was just so excited to get in and play the game and see how it worked and how it felt and all that stuff. So obviously my second go around, I'll actually, take time to learn what the different things about the game are, the different things about the new system, the way the combat works, the mechanics, all that stuff. So don't worry, me guys, I'll definitely get into that. But moving along, I did mention the leveling system. The leveling system is a bit confusing, just because it's not anything that we're really used to in terms of like Team Ninja, games and stuff. Like in Neo, they pretty much had the leveling system where you could do your heart, strength, dexterity, magic, courage, constitution, all that good stuff. But on here, it's different. They deal with elements instead of just your main stats. So I think a couple of the elements would be, they have the wood element. They also have the fire element. So they have the wood phase, which is support oriented and excels in support and recovery. They have the metal phase, which is debuff oriented, which excels in debuffing enemies. The water phase, which helps in stealth and excels in stealth. The fire phase excels in attack, and the earth phase excels in defense. So basically, those five phases are what's going to determine how your stats will be. So if you want to, focus into the fire phase, that means you want to be more attack oriented. So your attack stats or stats that help with boost your attack power will probably go up. Or if you want to deal with the earth phase, then your defense will go up, and stats that help with your longevity and your defense go up, and so on and so forth. So instead of you focusing on certain particular stats, you'll be focusing on a certain phase in which you want to style, like pretty much in which you want to base your gameplay around, how you play the game. So if you're more stealthy, you're going to go with the water phase. And if you want to like sneak up on people and get a lot of sneak attacks and try to just sneak through people and be real assassin and stealthy, like, the water phase is what you go for. So I like how they basically said, we're not going to overwhelm you with a whole bunch of different stats and stuff that you got to figure out. We're just going to give you a base play style, and depending on how you want to play within that play style, you can put the points into that play style, and it'll boost the certain stats that'll help you inside of that play style. It's very good. It might seem confusing at first, but if you give people enough time when the game comes out, it'll be probably a lot more simple than you think. That's the one thing with Team Ninja and Koei. They make their games like they make the difficulty of the game, like they make it hard. Like, I'm not going to say they make it extremely hard, but they make it hard. They make it difficult for you to play. They make it tough for you to play, just because that's how they structure their games. All their games have always been difficult. Ninja Gaiden was always a difficult game. Like, playing Ninja Gaiden on Master Ninja was insane. Like, you had to damn near be perfect. It was just crazy. Same thing with Neo. Neo doesn't even have a max. Like, it doesn't have different difficulties, but you can tell that the game gets a lot more difficult as you go on. So they're definitely famous for having difficult games and like the difficulty level being pretty high. But they also are famous for simplifying certain instructions so that it makes it easier for you to play. That's the one thing I do like about Team Ninja and Koei. They don't just, throw you to the wolves and expect you, hey, play this tough game and hope you beat it somehow. No, they're going to give you the tools. They're going to give you a way to beat it, but they're not going to make it easy for you. And that's the point of gaming. Gaming, it's not supposed to be easy. You're supposed to be immersed in it. You're supposed to have an experience. You're supposed to feel that difficulty. You're supposed to. That's how a game is supposed to be. No game is supposed to be super easy unless you're, just not like a casual player and you're not really focused on gaming. You just use it. You just game every once in a while. So obviously you probably wouldn't want to play a game that's too difficult. But for the regular gamer, the person who puts in hours a day playing video games, these are the type of games that you want to play. You want to play games that test you. You want to play games that make you feel some sense of accomplishment because you're like, hey, this game was tough and I beat it. So playing through this game, of course, it is definitely going to be tough. But once you learn it, I know for a fact that this game is going to be so top tier. But moving on from that, I kind of skipped past the combat. Combat does have a lot of elements to it. You have your sorcery spell, your wizardry spells. You have your regular melee weapons. You also have you have to learn how to parry, how to dodge, how to deflect, all that stuff. You're going to have to learn the combat system if you want to do good in this game, because you will get punished for it. As you can see right now in the background, I'm fighting one of the little mini bosses in that stage. I definitely died, I think, the first time I fought it, just because, again, I'm learning the combat system and I have to learn how to completely time my parries, my dodges. I need to know when to dodge and when to parry. So it's always going to be stuff you need to learn in this game. It's going to take a while to learn, but in my experience with playing this game, I love it. I love it because if you learn the combat mechanics of this game and you learn when to dodge, when to parry, when to block, you are going to feel like you are a master of martial arts. You're going to feel like you are literally unbeatable because the combat will flow so seamlessly. It'll flow so seamlessly as you learn how to play the game and how to pretty much, defeat your enemy. As you can see in the background, you'll see a couple instances where I get my parry time right or I get my dodge time right and I counter perfectly just because, as a gamer, you're going to have that sense of when to do something correctly. You're going to have that sense. So once you see it in action, you'll say, oh, man, that is smooth. It looks like it's just transitioning so well. The game, I feel I'm giving it high praise because of my initial look at it. Now, again, this is not the finished product, so I don't know how the game is going to be when it finishes. It may be different. They may change something. They may take something out. They may make something different, more difficult. They may make it harder. Who knows? But as my initial reaction to the game, I love it. I had a great time playing it. This is my type of game. I love action RPGs. I love open world games. I love just games like this, games that just give you the freedom to do certain stuff. They're obviously going to give you freedom with the gear. They're going to give you freedom with a lot of things. This is the game for me. I love it. So as for my initial reaction to this game, I pretty much love it. Now, obviously, the game has some negatives, of course, and those negatives are basically the lack of direction. Now, again, I told you, Team Ninja is not going to just throw you to the wolves. They're not going to just throw you to the wolves and expect you to just learn everything on your own. They're going to give you certain tips and clues on how to go through the game and everything. But in terms of how easily they help you with that, they don't give you much. Again, they only give you tips and hints. They don't directly tell you how to do a certain thing, how to play this way, how to do this, because there are different styles of ways to play. I understand that. But as someone who has never played a Souls game, never played a Neo game, never played Sekiro, never played any games like this, a little bit more direction, a little bit more help would be better for the casual gamer. Because, of course, games are not only for hardcore gamers, they're for regular people, regular people who don't, spend all of their day playing video games. They just, come every once in a while to play a game. Doesn't matter, blah, blah. But the direction they can put, they need to have a little bit more help in the direction of people who don't know what they're doing. People who don't know which way to go. People who don't know, hey, maybe this is just maybe maybe they don't know what the little bar at the bottom of the screen is. Maybe they don't know that that's the health bar or that's the posture bar. They don't know what the symbols on the right side of the screen mean. Even if you go to the main menu and look at them, they still don't seem as clear as you may think. So making your game a little bit more clear to the casual gamer definitely would help. Obviously, again, this game is not meant to be easy by any means. It's meant to basically, challenge you. But some people just don't want to be challenged sometimes. Some people want to, have an easy go at it. So another thing you could probably do is for certain people, not for me, I don't have a problem with it, but the difficulty, I come from playing those hard base. I played Elden Ring. I've beaten Elden Ring like 3-4 times into the new game plus. I've beaten Neo all the way up to depths of the underworld, and I know how difficult those games are. I know it. So I will never complain about difficulty. I've come from those. I've done those. Sekiro was difficult in my opinion. People may think it wasn't. It was. Bloodborne, difficult game. So like all these games I've played, they're difficult. The difficulty of this game in terms of like how, as you can see in the background, this magic beast that I'm fighting, as a beginner player, this is going to give people headaches. So the difficulty could be adjusted a little bit for the casual player, but in terms of how I felt, I was perfectly fine. Outside of that, this game seems like it's going to be amazing, and I cannot wait for it to drop. But that was my 16 to whatever minute rant on the game. Roll on for the Dynasty. I love this game. I cannot wait for this game to drop. I will be on it day one, so don't worry about it. Appreciate you guys for coming by and listening to me. I hope you guys get this game as well. Hope you guys come by and watch me play and play along with me and stuff. We're going to deep dive into it even more as more information comes out about it. But I'm so excited. Appreciate you guys. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm King Red Diamonds, and I'm out of here.